Hi, my name's Barbara Casey. I am CEO of Mobile High Five, a full-service SMS text marketing agency. And I'm here to talk to you about small business text message marketing and how to expand your business and grow your customers' loyalty. The reason why I wrote this article is really because I saw the content that's out there, and there's really not a lot of very useful content specifically targeted to small businesses, with actual use cases showing how other small businesses are using text message engagement and what kinds of results they're seeing. So I really feel passionately that this tool can be a game changer for a small business. Historically, all of the large brands have been using text engagement for about 10 years. And the reason they're able to do it is because they have IT departments and full marketing departments, and they're able to really put together very sophisticated mobile marketing programs. And what I'm here to tell you is small businesses can do the same thing as long as they work with the right partner. So I'm speaking from someone with 30 years of customer engagement and marketing experience, and someone who works with hundreds of small business owners across the country to help them implement different kinds of engagement strategies. So let's start with the basics. What is text marketing for a small business? So SMS stands for short message service, and it's really just sending advertising directly to your customers' smartphones using an app that is native, meaning it doesn't need to be downloaded. And the beautiful thing about SMS is it doesn't even require Wi-Fi to be received. And it shows up on the lock screen of every smartphone. You can't turn it off like you can a notification. And so it's really, it's a super effective communication tool. And it comes with a built-in sense of urgency. And it has a very high read rate. 98% of your customers will see that message within a few minutes. 90% of them will see the message within 90 seconds. So it's almost real-time communication. What other communication tool can you use that will deliver that? So it really can be almost revenue on demand. So is text marketing really worth it for a small business? Absolutely. Historically, small businesses have been relying almost exclusively on social media posting. Every morning, everybody gets up and they do their little social media post and they put it up there. And, they maybe get 30 to 50 people liking their post or engaging with it in some way. The thing that you have to know is that those followers that you spent so much time getting them to follow your Instagram or like you on Facebook, those belong to Mark Zuckerberg. And he decides when your posts will be presented to your customers. He is in control. With text marketing, you are in control. The data that you build is yours and yours alone. You decide the timing of the message. And as I said before, you send a text, it is going to get read. So other things that text marketing can do, it of course is tremendous for customer retention, for building loyalty, and bringing that lifetime value up. It's more important for you to not focus on just getting that new customer in the door once, but getting them back at least 4 times. If you can get that customer back 4 times, they will be your customer for life. It boosts customer engagement, and I'm telling you, the higher your engagement, the higher your revenue. Because what does engagement do? It keeps your business in your customer's brain. And it's really branding. So when that customer is ready to buy, you're there. It is an immediate communication channel, as I stated before, and it can actually increase sales if you do targeted offers. It acts as a brand reinforcement. You don't have to have every text be an offer. That's a misnomer. It works for just event alerts, or you've got a new product in, or you got a new menu item. Those kinds of things work very well. Your hours are changing, all of that. And it's more reliable in terms of knowing that if you send something out, it's going to actually be seen. With email, with social media, all of those, let's say you have 10,000 followers on Facebook or Instagram. You put up an organic post, meaning you're not paying for advertising. Less than 1% of those followers are actually being presented with that post. So that's why you're only getting 30 to 50 people engaging with that post. If you had the same list, 98% of those would see your content within a few minutes. So what are some tips to just make sure you're focused on how this might work for you? The most important thing is patience and focus on building your list for the first 90 days. One of the biggest mistakes a small business owner can do is think that this is a set and forget kind of marketing program, because it is not. It needs to be monitored. It needs to be optimized. Things change during the course of the campaign based on what we see customers do or don't do. And so it really requires staff to be assigned to own this. So if you don't have staff available to make sure not only that it's being monitored, but also to make sure that it's intelligently designed, and that you're using it consistently, because I will tell you that you will get more opt-outs if you use text marketing inconsistently than if you use it consistently. And the other reason to work with an SMS expert rather than just going it alone is you're going to get more robust analytics. With the DIY platforms, those are kind of for the masses, and as a result, they only offer very minimal in the way of analytics. You'll see how many people successfully got their message sent, how many opt-outs, how many opt-ins, and if they have a built-in link shortener, you'll see how many people clicked on your link. But you don't know what they did after they clicked on the link. So you want to work with someone who can really track from text to purchase or text to coming in. So small business text marketing really is powerful, and it's a way to expand your business and grow loyalty, but it does require patience, and it requires doing it compliantly. Compliance is probably one of the pillars of a text marketing program. And that's why in my company, our compliance director is a partner, because we take it that seriously. The most important thing to know is you have to get your customers explicit written permission in order to send them a text. If you do that wrong, the fines, they can be between $500 and $1,500 per message. So if you have 1,000 people in your database, do the math. You're out of business. When you work with a professional, they will maintain those records, and they will ensure that no text goes to someone that has opted out. And there's guardrails built in, to make sure that doesn't happen. And in terms of promoting your program, you have to use the proper disclaimers. They have to be placed appropriately on your ads or your social media posts. There has to be the actual disclaimer copy. And the way you opt someone in is a particular, varies based on industry. So if you're selling alcohol, for instance, if you're a winery or brewery, you have to employ an age gate. If you're opting people in, from your, if the staff, let's say, is opting them in, they're putting their number in, you have to deploy what's called a double opt-in. So it's important that you research what the rules are with text marketing so you stay out of legal jeopardy. Or you work with an SMS agency that keeps current on these rules, because they change all the time. Features to look for in a platform: data collection, data, baby. It's all about the data. So you want a platform that allows for multiple custom data fields that will then allow you to segment those messages, and make sure that you can personalize your messages based on not just first name, but go deeper than that. Maybe the last time they purchased, how much they purchased. Maybe they haven't purchased. You can personalize your messages, and when you do that, you're going to get higher engagement. Make sure that if it's important, that it integrates with your e-commerce store, for instance. If you have e-commerce and brick and mortar, you want those programs to mesh. There's no reason to have to work with two different companies for that kind of service. They should be able to mesh those programs. Make sure that they can do some of the more fancy things like automated messaging based on something a customer says or does or doesn't do, trigger messages, drip campaigns, staged messages, all those sorts of things. In-depth reporting, again, you want to know more than some of those things I just referenced earlier. And the most important thing, honestly, for a small business owner who's already wearing 47 hats, is that you have dedicated support. You don't want to have to sit on a chat to get, help, or call a 1-800 number and wait on hold, or worse, to even get the program off the ground. You got to sit through, hours of video tutorials to try to figure out how to even build the program. When you work with an SMS agency, you have a conversation with your person, the account person that's working with you, and the program's designed and customized to you, and you're going to get off the ground faster, and you're going to start earning that revenue faster. So it's really worth it to work with someone who knows what they're doing. So choosing the right platform really comes down to who's behind the platform, because it really is just a tool. When you bundle, when you work with these bundled text marketing programs, like from a point of sale, some of them offer texting. By and large, they don't offer text marketing. They will text a transaction, like a thank you for your purchase, or here's your receipt, or here's how many loyalty points you earn. Those are all transactional, and they don't require the same opt-in that a marketing campaign requires. And they're honestly, the point of sale companies, they invest their money in improving their point of sale, not in this. This is an add-on. When you work with an agency that does this and only does this, you're going to get a much more robust design. It's going to deliver more. You've got more tools at your disposal to be able to do some of the more advanced marketing tactics that those big brands have been doing for decades. So when choosing a platform, look for features that include some of those things I mentioned, and remember that it's just a tool. Look for who's behind the tool. Thank you for listening. And if you are at all interested in learning more, or wondering if you have picked the right platform, or you want to talk to someone to just kind of flush out what you're thinking, I'm happy to jump on a 15-minute brainstorm with anyone. I love talking about this, and I love helping small businesses better compete with the big guys. It's kind of my passion. So let's chat.